everyone. Welcome back to Christmas Around the World. Thank you for watching me and supporting us. It looks like there is a fire alarm going on. That's a great time, right? Welcome to live shows. So hopefully you can't hear that siren as much as I can. But thank you guys for being here today. As you know, Christmas Around the World is a time for us to meet new people in new places that we may have never been before. So today I'm really excited to welcome my guest, Janis. No, I just asked him. I'm going to say it wrong. Janis Balodis from Front 2 in Latvia. So today we're going to Latvia. Janis, tell us a little bit about you and what you do.
So thanks, first of all, Angie, thanks for this invitation. I feel very interested, and let's say I'm so excited to be here. So thank you very much for this opportunity. And if I tell you about myself, so what I do at the moment, I represent field service mobile, let's say first field service management mobile app. And by the way, yeah, for now it is running in 13 different countries. And what we are doing at the moment, we are looking for different distributors in other countries who would like to open new doors with new product, as well as for customers from like security, heavy machinery, facility management, vending, and other industries with field workers. And in this case, our main advantage, I would say, is our team. And if we are talking about Christmas, so it's all about the family, and our family is our
Yeah.
team. And those amazing people are driven by passion, I would say, and interest and shoulder to shoulder relationship. And by the way, yeah, Angie, we have gained more than 8 years of experience in different countries and industries. And that's what we would like to share by understanding that there is still a space for learning and improving. Yeah.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about the Front Two and what they do is you do understand the industry. So a lot of the tools that are out there to help people do the scheduling, get the reviews, do the GPS, track the hours and all, there's a lot of them out there, but a lot of them are made by programmers that don't really know what the field needs and what different industries needs. And with all your combined experience of working with different industries, I think that you're really able to niche down that product to exactly what everyone needs. So don't feel like because he's all the way in Latvia, you can't use him here in the United States. So anyone that works with a lot of trades, skills companies, or as he said, manufacturing, it's a wonderful tool to use. So feel free to reach out to him. You'll be able to get to him on my LinkedIn through me. I'm happy to make an introduction, but really, really great experience with what he does. So, Janis, thank you again for being here today. And we are here to talk a little bit more about Christmas. So, tell me about the holidays in Latvia. So, first of all, do you even celebrate Christmas? Because lots of countries don't, right? So, do you celebrate Christmas and what are some of your traditions?
So thanks for asking. Yes, and we do celebrate, of course. And first of all, I would say all Christmas is about a family, and it's family time also. In my family, at my house, we always have mentioned that Christmas is family time. And in Latvia, if we talk in general and like a bit more about history and so on, it is a mix of ethnic and religious and a bit of modern traditions. And what I mean here is like, typical ethnic Christmas traditions in Latvia includes activities like jakatas, and now you will think, what is that? So
Yes.
that's what you can call also in translation like mumming, where you wear different kind of masks and go outside. So yes, you can tell it's something similar to Halloween, but it's not exactly. And
It's fun. I didn't
as
know that.
well, sorry.
I didn't know that. That's really cool.
Yes, and there is one more like very typical stuff, and that's like dragging the log. And both of them have a similar purpose. Of course, if you will ask, so Yanis, do you do that every year? um, No, I don't. And this is more like historical, which I was doing in primary school. And by the way, that's really fun. And when you go with some friends, you can do that. Or that is also a bit more familiar to countryside houses and so on, where we have a space to do that. But both of this stuff, they bring like similar purpose and bring blessing to the household, and encourage the fertility, and let's say frighten the frighten away the evil spirits.
Oh, okay.
So
So did
yes,
you just say dragging the log? Is that what you said?
yes,
Okay.
and that's by drugging, and that's one of the part. You drug the log, and then what you do, you burn it, and later by
Oh.
burning the log, it just symbolizes the incineration of last year's problems and misfortunes.
Oh my gosh, that is
So
super cool. I really like that idea. That's a
so
neat idea.
if you want to like publicly just go to your street and drag a log and burn it later, so now you can say that if the policeman will stop and say it's not allowed, you can say that, it's Latvian tradition.
Sorry, we're just doing Latvian traditions. Can you
Exactly,
imagine?
exactly.
Oh, that's really funny. Speaking of logs, I heard I was doing a little bit of skimming over Latvian Christmas. Then just some is that the first Christmas tree? Like there was an article that said the concept of Christmas trees came from Latvia. Is that true?
So I would say it's not like came from Latvia, but yeah, by the way, it is like recognized Riga as a birthplace of first Christmas tree, and it's like 1510. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's where we are. Of course, different countries are saying and trying to find another years that we are the first ones, but let that be. Let each country think that we are the first. And
But what's important is you are clearly the first recorded. So if somebody
yeah.
else did it first, that's their fault because they didn't write it down. So a little bit of Latvian culture there. Very organized, very structured, great people to work with. Even when it came to the Christmas tree, they wrote it down 1510 or 1540. They got it. So you definitely
Mhm.
do the Christmas trees. What about Santa? Does Santa come to the children or and how does he get there? I'm finding out that Santa travels very differently from different places. He comes by boat, he comes on camel.
So about this tradition, I would say it came more like historically. I wouldn't say that we had any Santa historically. As you know, Latvians, from ancient Latvians, we were more like pagan, and we had more like pagan rituals, and Christianity just came in with different kind of rituals, and then it resulted in totally new traditions like decoration of fairs, and so on. So I would say yes, in my childhood I had Santa, and he was coming here by the deer. I mean, not by deer, but
Yeah, with the reindeer.
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Well,
yes.
that's interesting because I was talking to Nicola and she was saying in Spain that Santa comes from the Netherlands on a boat.
Mm.
And I said, "Oh, wow, that's crazy." And then I had to think to myself, I said, "Not really, Angie. Your Santa comes by flying reindeer from the North Pole. That's crazy." Coming
Sinterklaas,
from a
yeah.
boat might be a little more believable. So that was kind of
That's
funny. So
and
I did have
Angie, from where did your Santa come in your childhood?
so my Santa is definitely the Coca-Cola Santa. He comes down the chimney and he eats your cookies and my parents were really, really good at it. I mean, my dad would get on the roof and make reindeer noises and there would be footprints, hoof prints in the snow. So I believed in Santa for a very, very long time.
Okay, and did
But
you
yeah.
did you like really put the milk and cookies as well for yourself?
Oh, yeah, definitely. In fact,
Okay.
when my son was little, he would put, I had the milk and the cookies by the fireplace, and he comes out with a Bud Light. And I said, "What are you doing?" He says, "Well, you don't know, Mommy. Santa Claus might need a beer. It's a really long day." So you're right,
Okay.
honey. Maybe Santa will need
Okay.
a beer. But no, we really
Okay.
put out the cookies and the milk. And like as Santa, you always take a bite of the cookie or eat the cookie. So yeah, we're pretty into it, pretty
Okay.
detailed.
I think we can tell that you was more rich maybe if there was Santa in real coming, or it was just like there was no Santa real coming. It's just like leftovers, the gifts, and so on.
Oh no, we thought he was real. I mean, and a lot of kids do. Hopefully, kids don't watch this show. I just took the surprise.
Okay.
Santa's not real.
Yeah.
But it's on LinkedIn, so I doubt we have any Santa believers on LinkedIn. But yeah, we really like believe that it's a man and he comes. I mean, until the kids are, old enough to figure that out. But it's always a different age when they find out that Santa's not real, but they'll really believe that he's a person. I think that's why I love all the newer TV shows, the Christmas movies, because they really embody like the legend of it, so that when the kids find out Santa's not real, they're not like heartbroken. They're like, oh, I get it, because that was the legend of a nice guy who did good things for people. So yeah, I think that's pretty
Okay.
cool. Something
Yeah,
else that
that's
I miss tremendously from Europe in general are the Christmas markets. So, and I pulled this up. It looks like you do have Christmas markets in Riga. Is that true? Do you visit them?
yes, we do. Just unfortunately, they will be a bit disrupted by existing pandemic and so
Wow.
on. So, but at least you show the picture, so we can get the feeling of how it's
Yeah,
done.
that's what it usually is like without COVID. And then I had this, I just think Riga is magically beautiful. So I wanted to throw a few pictures in there. I don't even know what that building is, but
Yeah, that's a part of old town in Riga.
Old
I
Town.
could,
And then we have this overview. It's
yeah.
so nice.
So there is even a part of President Castle visible there. But in general, this picture could be pretty realistic at the moment, even with much more of snow. Because this morning we had like -18.
Oh my God.
So yeah,
It's 18. I can't even do that one. It's really, really, really cold. That's like don't go outside cold.
so that's why I think Santa from like Coca-Cola Santa, it's a bit too cold for him probably.
That's why he doesn't make it. It's too cold. Suit's not enough for that. Oh, that's really funny. And then something very obvious to me, but not to everyone, especially since your English is superb. And English is not the first language in Latvia. Latvia actually has Latvian. Is that Latvian? Is that how you say Merry Christmas?
Exactly.
Is it? Okay, I just Googled it. I didn't know if that was it for sure. But I had a feeling I'd ask you how to say it, and it would be something I would never, ever be able to spell in a million years. So I Googled it ahead of time. So how in the world do we pronounce that?
Uh, Before you say this one, you can always every Latvian will say you practice before like saying šaursliežu dzelzceļš. When you
Oh my
can
God.
speak that, so it's okay. Then you can tell as well priecīgus Ziemassvētkus.
Oh my gosh. So do you see why we should be extra impressed by every Latvian that we ever speak to? Because their English comes a long way to be that perfect. I love
And
the language, it's beautiful, but it seems so complicated to me. I'm always impressed by your language skills.
yeah, not that's a bit complicated. And there is not a lot, so we have only related Lithuanian, which is like two related languages.
Yeah, that's so close. The other thing that always amazes me about Latvia is, in Lithuania as well, like geographically, the size is not tremendous, but the power that comes out of those two countries, you really have some powerhouse people and industries there. It's really, really interesting to me. So, last question, because speaking of working, I know you work very hard and probably need to go. But last question would be food. Everybody loves to hear about the food and drinks and special things. Do you have a special Christmas dish that you serve only around this time of year?
Sure. You know, that's a very good question, and very important part of every Christmas is lavish meal, and that consisting for us, it's like a tradition. It should consist of 12 different foods, which usually includes like such traditional dishes as Christmas roast, gray peas, and as well traditional treats such as bacon rolls and gingerbread cookies. So Christmas, from my memory, from my childhood, is always like you have to be prepared. Take open your buttons and on your pants and just
Yes.
give some space for food.
That's true here too. Did you say gray peas though?
Yes,
Like, how do you get gray peas? Aren't they supposed to be green? Do you have a different
uh,
kind of peas?
yes, we do.
Okay.
We do like several. There is, and we can grow them even here. Imagine.
Oh, that is
Yes.
wild. Gray peas. Well, I'll have to make a trip when I get to Europe and eat some gray peas in Latvia because that sounds very interesting for sure.
Yeah, and you know that is very important that you can eat them with your hands. So just take
Oh,
like a popcorn or some like peanuts. So eat.
well, that's interesting. Well, that
Mhm.
sounds better. Like one of the reasons I don't like peas is I think they're really mushy because we always cook them here, right? And then they get all mushy and nasty. But if I can eat them like popcorn and they're not mushy, that's kind of cool. I like that.
They are a bit meshy. I didn't say that they are not, but we
So
do.
you still eat them with your hands?
Yes.
Oh, well, that sounds very messy, but hey, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. So anything else that I didn't ask about, anything that you can think of, the extra that we haven't shared?
So I think additionally to different kind of let's say Christmas tradition and so on, for me and for myself, one of the latest like Christmas tradition, and for each family we have it different, not related maybe to the culture, is mm, photo shooting. You know, to have at least some really good pictures from Christmas, not those ones with with food and mashed peas and so on.
But get like professional. It's the time to have your family photos done, like get professional
Yeah,
photos and something nice. Oh, that's interesting too, because I feel like that's more and more of a thing here as well. Like when I was a kid, you wouldn't think about it, but now
yeah,
that's very much a trend here as well to get, especially for your Christmas cards. People get a nice photo done for their Christmas cards. Um,
yeah.
I'm I'm still December 23rd saying, "Here, Jack, smile in front of the tree." So, but I see everybody else being organized, and it's a really good idea.
Yes.
Well, Giannis, thank you again for being here. As I mentioned to everyone, he's a wonderful contact to work with, has some great services that he can offer. And clearly, there's nothing to fear when working with people from Latvia. Wonderful culture, very friendly, very welcoming, cooperative, and they have wonderful, perfect language skills. So wonderful. Thank you again for being here. And I hope that everyone will join me for tomorrow. We are going to the United States. I know that doesn't sound exciting, but we have a lot of different ways that we celebrate here. So I brought on someone from a different culture than mine to talk about things we do in the United States tomorrow. So please join us at noon with Ms. Varsha Lemon. Giannis, thanks again and have a Merry, Merry Christmas. I could never, ever pronounce that thing. So Merry Christmas.
Yes. Thank you, Angie, as well. And priecīgus Ziemassvētkus to you as well.
Oh, thank you. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.